This is Steve Downs, the voice of Master Chief, Spartan 117, with an incoming transmission coming in hot for Zombie, Eggplant, Hark, Viper, Cup, Seclusive. Congratulations on completing Halo 4 in record time. Well done, Spartans. Now, stay strong, healthy, and focused, and enjoy the project. And most importantly, finish the fight. Chief, out.
Here we are. I'd like to welcome everyone to the official Halo 4 Done segmented project. It's been a while. We had this project's been in work for a little bit of 4 years now.
Tell me
between all of us, and it's the final iteration of the project. And I'm so happy to be able to announce it to everyone here today. My name is Zombie. I had a part in 7 levels in this project. I did a part of Dawn, Forerunner, Infinity, Reclaimer, Shutdown, Composer, Midnight.
You kidnapped them.
I'm Hark. I'm also a speedrunner. I have the Halo 4 Easy World record at the moment. And I had a part at a lot of levels. I can't remember all of them, but yeah.
I'm Eggplant. I also speedrun this game. I hold the Halo 4 Legendary World Record, and I did 1 part of Composer.
I am Seclusive. Mainly run Reach, but this game is fun too. I did a bunch of Requiem.
You developed the Spartans to crush human rebellion, not to fight.
I am Cup, and I did a section on Forerunner. I mainly run Forerunner, but also do some Reach as well.
I am Kidtrouvle HR, or Trouble for short. I helped with Forerunner. I would have helped with Reclaimer, but Zombie didn't run.
So you feel in the end your choices were
And
justified.
yeah, I have one special guest to announce. The man, the myth, the legend, ProAceJOKER will be joining us today here for the commentary. Many of you know him for his legendary Halo 4 speedruns, but he will be here today.
Spartans
What's up, Joker?
Hello, hi. I'm here. Yeah, I'm ProAceJOKER is what most people know by. I don't know why. These guys, they did all the work. I didn't do anything here. Let me be very clear. I had no part in helping the project. They are just bringing me in because they're just giving pity to me. So I appreciate at least being a part of it in some small. I appreciate, and I'm going into this completely blind. These guys did all the work, and I have kept myself in the blind. So I have no idea what this run is going to look like. So I am very excited to see how this goes, because Done Segmented was something that
broken.
when we started speedrunning and doing this game, we were like, nah, that's not gonna happen for a long time, because we had 2 runners when we started of this game, and then now we have a whole lot, so it's awesome to see. I don't know, I did Halo 4 speedruns and just in general at one point, but I don't do it anymore, so it's all these guys now.
Yeah, so the first project when I started, it was me and Corey. I'm sure you know him, Joker.
Who?
Yeah, so,
Corey?
Yeah, Corey. Yeah, that's when we. It was just
Sorry,
me, him,
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Who?
Yeah,
Yes.
the 1, 2, 3 guy. The 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, yeah. It was just me and him for a while, and we had a few runs, but at the time we didn't have custom checkpoints, so segmenting was a bit harder than it was now. Basically, custom checkpoints just makes it a lot easier. So shout out to Burnt, for everything he's done. Just make the segmented project a whole lot easier. We got one more cutscene to play and we can fit the project.
Well,
Just
Yeah.
to put it in perspective about just how useful custom checkpoints are, for example, some parts on Requiem would just straight up probably would never happen, just based on how hard
Yeah, I
stuff
mean,
is.
realistically, this kind of stuff was never possible before really MCC and things like that put this on computer, that made being able to do like custom checkpoints and stuff a lot easier. Done segmented stuff kind of requires such a precision that if you have a checkpoint that's longer than 20 seconds or whatever, that's too long, and you're never going to be able to get the perfect ideal run out of it, because there's just too much randomness in it. So this kind of thing helps so much. And yeah, this kind of stuff was just not possible before just all the work that other people have done and able to get this set up. So it's awesome to see.
Yeah, so with the custom checkpoints, I think we had a little over 500 segments for the whole project combined. So we really try to optimize this. We try to get as perfect as we can. And if you don't know what a segmented run is, by the way, it's where we take checkpoint from checkpoint and try to go as humanly perfect as possible to do like the most impossible strats ever. So in a way, this is a human task room. And,
it basically shows the theoretical limit of what this game could possibly go to if some robot decided to play this game like 10 years down the line or something like that.
Yeah.
You guys will do it one time. One of you will just get the most perfect RNG-ish and the perfect play of all time that you'll get it. So,
yeah.
Until now, this is the this is what you work up to. So
yeah, only some days took weeks of grinding, but that weeks of grinding can be turned into just get lucky once.
And I think some segments took I think 2 segments in this project took 3 digits worth of hours to get once.
Mm-hmm.
I know the most that I've spent is 7 hours on Forerunner, but
we have crazy tricks in every level, and I cannot wait to show you guys, and it's finally coming. And
I'm so keen to see it.
We're waking up, Chief. It's time to start.
Yeah, I'm really excited because I haven't seen any, and like you said, I mean, all of the tricks when it comes to done segmented is literally you're saving milliseconds of time on strats and stuff. So it's pretty precise. So one thing I want to ask, because I'm gonna probably ask a bunch of questions to you guys here. I noticed you guys are doing co-op for this.
Hang on.
Oh no, we're not.
The people who worked on this level is just Art worked on this level and Zombie worked on this level.
Oh well, I saw
we just show both of them on.
Yeah, and the loading screen.
Yeah,
So
the loading screen was just whoever did the level was gonna be part of.
If
you wanted switches off, if you look in the bottom right during some segments, it will switch off and tell you which person that took the.
You guys did movie magic. I see.
Yeah.
Movie magic. Yes.
We're starting
your
off
mind's about to be blown.
We're starting off with Dawn, and me and Hark, we had a discussion on which skip was faster, the Dawn skip or the new version of Dawn skip, which I don't know if you've seen, Joker. But pretty much at the end of the day, we found this. Yeah.
No.
What the hell?
Yep. So there
the
is
fact that you didn't get the pistol at the start. I don't like this at all.
Yo, I haven't seen this either. This is sick.
Do you guys do this in a normal run, non?
No,
absolutely not.
Okay.
This is a good segue to talk about the viability.
No.
Oh, you skipped this?
You have to manually jump up the floors. That's insane.
Yeah. So we're skipping.
Yeah,
sick.
I would like to shout out No Wise 10 for finding that hole in the ceiling.
I thought Toolbox did.
Nope, not that one.
For this fall, danos for this fall. We'll just slam right there, and this is just normal Dawn skip now. Worry it bounce.
So
that freeze load hit is just absolutely stupid. You just turn it, just.
Yeah, that took me a little bit.
That jump stresses me out so much. So yeah, I'm guessing that pressure launch at the start is incredibly just precise.
Yeah. So me and Hart so long.
In order to actually get out of bounds, you need to land on a very thin piece of geometry, and then not only that, you have to hit a frame-perfect spring jump, and even then, it won't actually let you into the hole every single time.
Yeah.
Zombie, didn't your thumb start bleeding?
So that was one of the longest segments I've done, to the point where my thumb started bleeding because I was because my crouch is on B and my jump's on A, so I would just slide my thumb from B to A the whole time.
Because of the start of that and getting out of bounds being so stupid, and then the entire precise platforming. Otherwise, this trick is probably never getting done in an IL setting for a very long time, let alone ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was insanely faster for not.
I think this is the problem with done segmented runs though, and trying to commentate over them. They're too quick. I can't ask all the questions and break down what I want.
By the way, the final time for Dawn is a 2:49. 2 minutes and 49 seconds.
Oh, okay, all right.
You ready for the clean slide jumps?
All right,
Yeah, I've been asked to explain slide jumps. So basically, when you land on a slope, you get a little bit of speed, and when you're moving forward, that speed gets added to your moving forward speed, and then you can jump to just keep that speed. And you can also crouch to make yourself a bit slipperier and get a bit more speed from the slopes. That's basically what's going on here.
There's also a little thing called muscle running, as coined by Joker himself.
Oh yeah, dude.
Chief keeps flexing his muscles into your face. What else do you want? I love to see it.
I don't think so.
I do too.
Basically, sprint isn't unlimited in this game. Whenever you jump and then cancel an action of your sprint, let's say you shoot and it just cancels the animation, or by punching, it refills your sprint while you're landing. So if you time this correctly, you can basically have as much sprint as you want, as long as you time it right.
Yeah, the sprint recharge is instant, so there's no delay between, you know, a lot of games like or Reach or whatever had the where you have to wait a while before it starts recharging your sprint. Halo's is instantaneous, or Halo 4's is instantaneous. So all you have to do is delay. And I know Nibre, who is, you know, he's also we didn't mention, but yeah, I'm now over. The reason why y'all don't see me a lot these days is I'm now working over at 343. And Nibre is the one who did a lot of the testing for muscle running, like probably like 2 years after we'd actually done it, where he actually went in and started like going through each weapon to see which weapon is the fastest to muscle run with. And being the Magnum does save about 1 second for every 3 punches or something that you do, something along those lines. So
Yeah,
it really adds up
That's
over
cool.
time.
It adds up a lot of depth with movement as well.
Especially missions like Forerunner and Reclaimer. Those are definitely the big ones.
I just want to point out as well, sometimes the vehicle sound will cut out. That's just due to the custom checkpoints. Nothing we can really do about it.
Yeah, well,
so we take.
Are you telling me that this isn't live?
Oh, I'm sorry. I love that
cheated?
clip, by the way.
Yeah, can we see
Yeah.
the Taylor runs? Sorry.
Unfortunately, there are quite a lot
This
of
segment-
sections where the
It's so hard.
screen will flare.
This segment took ages to get,
This
by the
is
way.
like
I'm like 1 health.
Yeah, this is. Oh
Oh,
no!
I love that.
That was so.
That took
clean.
that took so
Holy
many
crap.
tries to get.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
used
yeah.
they used the conch elite from the middle to boost the ghost up off the ramp.
I'm like 1 HP as well. Like my ghost could only take 1 conch shot, like and 1 like conch shot that missed, but still boosted me. Like if I got hit twice, I was just dead. That took so many tries.
and
Were
that
you
I
one
love
standing there
it.
when you got shot by the jackal?
Oh yeah, that jackal sniper took like 30 reverts to make him miss as well.
I don't think I've ever seen this.
Also,
Joker,
Oh.
watch this. This is so. We're gonna get into the cutscene and the ghost at the same time, which allows us to bypass the ghost despawn. So we'll just have
The
ghosts in
cleanup. Yeah, so this is like a very
And you can
basic
control it
version of-
in the cutscene as well, so you can just aim it to where you need to go next.
Yeah.
similar
you
to
can't spin it.
earlier mechanics of lunge warping, which you see in later games.
Yeah,
What happened?
I love it.
This first button's on a timer.
So yeah, your model is invisible until you get out of the ghost.
That weird exit where he bounces happens like nearly every time. It's just a part of the glitch.
Well, and I think all that stuff is just—it's a great show. When did was it Halo 2 that they kind of started the lunge warp train? I guess was they started
Halo
doing-
5.
So that
it
began in
well, I
Halo
mean-
5. Yes.
They had it with the sword lunging, right? Or
Yeah,
was
yeah, with
5 the
Uprising.
first one?
Yeah.
that got
Yeah.
So
By the way, the window you have here to like get here and splatter all the dudes out of this door straight away is really tight. And then to get over to the button in time, cute little
And to
pressure
get a
launch.
nice
Sure,
That
pressure
was
launch.
sick.
I really like that pressure launch there. It's quite tiny, but it's very nice.
Yeah, that's
also,
background.
I just really want to give a huge shout out to Seclusive for being an absolute champ because he had to redo
stop
the start like 4 times.
You know, one of the big parts of these is like all the enemies spawns are randomized each time as well. So like, how often did you have to restart? I was thinking at the beginning, just after the ghost run
Oh,
up there, like, how often
many
did you have
times.
to get to make sure that the guy actually had a concussion rifle and you didn't get hit by like a fuel rod or something?
Oh, I think it was like 5 or 6 times I got to that point, and then I was like, yeah, this is a good setup.
Early Banshee on Legendary, by the
Oh,
way.
yeah.
sick.
all of these segments took so long. This Kong setup is so like insanely fast, by the way, and this Suicide Grunt like killed me so many times.
This was the one thing that I was trying to do to try and get the legendary record again, was learn how to do this just like perfectly.
Yeah,
After
Joker, if you
practicing
haven't
so much.
if you haven't seen an H4 run in the last like I think 3 months, you'll be shocked here.
So
this is
this
where
is
Arctic
a new
over.
strat that I found for this project that ended up being easy enough to do in ILs, but it's a lot faster. So normally, whenever you get inside the structure up here, you have to wait for an elevator to come down and then go up, and the section's actually on a sleep timer in the script. However, that sleep timer is dependent on one thing, the elevator actually being loaded in. So if you hit all these triggers without the elevator being there, the sleep timer for the end level trigger to show up doesn't get there. So we could just fly to the end of the level here, and it saves like 30 seconds.
You guys now just do that in ILs?
And in full game, yeah.
Dude, he found it in the most hard way. I was
Final
like,
time for Requiem is a 5:52.
Oh my god, disgusting.
Absolutely insane.
Oh,
yeah, I
Incredible.
Easy
remember I was,
record on Requiem.
the easy record on Requiem's a 6:33, so we saved like nearly 40 seconds off the easy record.
Yeah, this is on. You guys are doing this on Legendary, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is full hard
All this is done on Legendary.
So yeah, speaking to reset into enemy resets on, I think I had to do the start of Forerunner like 9 different times to get like a good crawler set, because good lord.
Yeah, these
Crawlers
crawlers
in
can
this
be
game and sprint flinching
horrendous.
is just really rude.
so by the
there's
way,
a mechanic
coming up,
in this game
Alright,
where
so coming up,
you get
it's alright.
well,
This is very important. Coming up is button jump. We don't know why it's called button jump. It's either because a guy named Tim Button found it, or because we jump on a button. But to this day, we have no clue.
Yeah, we jump off a button at the start of it.
Alright, so this is a
Yeah.
new
So-
Forerunner route coming up.
It's a
So-
little deviation.
First
it's
one right here.
Ghost crouch jump, or sorry, ghost spring jump up to the rock over there. Saves a good
Oh.
4 seconds. It's a route that is
Good
yet
stuff.
to be in any IL.
That's real clean.
It's so hard, yeah. And then now we're gonna go to the strat that I found that I love for some reason. So welcome to Halo 4 door launches. So it should launch you farther, but it doesn't. But it's about as good as you can get. Most of the time,
It
it just
goes
kills you.
That slide
Right
at the
into a
end,
slide.
yo.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
No,
into
this
the
is
slide.
really fantastic. And
Ooh,
there's several of these doors, at least on this level, where you're able to get some pretty wicked boosts.
I am
This is some
expecting
nice
God
movement.
Nade here, right?
this
do better.
is the one strat I found for
Yeah, so
this
shout out
entire
to-
project.
Shout out to Eggplant for this route. It took me, I'm not even kidding, like 7 hours to get this done. But shout out to Eggplant for this route coming up. So, Eggplant, take it away.
So at the start of this, what you have to do is blow up 3 cores in order for the shields to go down. We lure this knight to where we backsmack him and get 2 pulse grenades, and then we do a grenade jump here. And now we just nade snipe all the cores while climbing up this thing. The second nade snipe's ridiculous.
So
oh
clean.
yeah.
And
Wow.
the third one there.
Wow.
It saves a good amount of time over what
Yeah.
the easy IO record does, and even just normal ledge run, this saves like a lot. Like nearly like 10-11 seconds over what
Yeah.
most people do.
That took
It's
me
an incredibly
so
fast pylon.
Yeah. It's mainly because I would have to backsmack the knight, and then I would have to not get shot at so I can survive the nade jump. Or
And
I
you
can-
have to lure the knight to where you have to have him be on top of the ramp, because if you backsmack him early, his pulse grenades will roll down the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's why I had to wait for him to turn around so I can backsmack him, and then I would hope he had to drop 2 pulses. So it was
So
a bit hard.
jumping up there and opening that door earlier actually does save time to jump on that elevator. So you will see that in ILs in some points to start getting to this button faster. So this is one of 2 pylons. We're starting off the first pylon now and making our way over to the second one by climbing over the pylon.
Climbing up that pylon saves like 1 frame.
Yep. And then back to my favorite strat, the door strats.
Back to the
Shout
door
out
launch.
for making Zombie do this.
This only saves
Again,
3
that
frames.
saves what, like 3 seconds, 2 seconds over.
That
Yeah,
one
about
only
2 seconds.
Maybe.
Yeah. It adds up over time.
Yeah, of course. I love
If you
it.
notice, if you notice the brightness change, Quup just took over now, so he's doing the second pilot route.
Yeah, so this is battle jump. Typically, this is the death of full game runs, as you're dependent on not getting shot by enemies to be able to make this jump.
Because
Thankfully,
when you
we
get
have-
shot by enemies in this game, your sprinting speed gets reduced to walking speed, while still
can
using your
actually-
sprint meter.
Did
You
you
can
guys?
actually be sprinting slower than walking speed in this game in certain instances when you're really getting shot a lot.
Yeah, I noticed you guys didn't go off of the drop pod. Is that technically slower? Is that why?
It's
So
the
there,
same
it
speed.
is. It is half a second slower because there's a trigger that's right where you land on the rock that you do have to
Right.
hit to progress the level.
Yeah, you always had to go back. I always assumed it was still faster, but yeah, totally fair. This is why it's good. Now I'll never have to do it again because that jump sucked anyways.
It did suck.
It really
Great.
did.
That's the benefit of segmented. All the theories get put to bed.
Yeah. We went into so much strat testing, I can't express it. Like this second pylon route, we did it like
The
3 or
Banshee.
4 times. Like, and it's just flying up in the bench. And we did it like 3 or 4 times
Yeah.
just to get the perfect one we can get.
I spent like 2 hours doing this just to find out that mouse and keyboard was slower and Club's second pylon Banshee was faster than mine. So that was fun. But the driving before the Banshee was
so
me.
The mouse auto lowers basically. If you're looking straight up, it tries to adjust down, which you don't see with controller. So that loses time in the end.
Interesting.
So here we are finishing the second pylon.
Already, dude. We just started for a minute.
And those pylons are on 1 second cycles.
So I just want to say, even though I didn't do any segments on this level, there is a strat coming up that I had a hand in. Well, I basically found it, but I kind of gave up before I could do it.
Claim it's yours.
Oh yeah.
No, not the store launch. No. The door launch is yours. I'm talking about what's
coming up here. So
I want
we have
to say
to kill these.
Sorry.
We have to kill these phantom enemies to get the door open. Perfect shooting right there. And we press the button here to.
Alright, boys. This is. This shouts
So the worst segment that we've had to do.
I spent 7 hours
by using
like
what
the hell?
Okay,
we can pressure launch ourselves across the battle.
How? Well, hold on. How?
So, in that little, you can crouch under that little, I don't know what that's called, and you get stuck in there. So when you try to jump out or move out, it will just launch you on the wall, and we're redirecting yourself off the wall to like over here. Shout out to Night Launch, by the way. Yeah.
Night Launch?
Night Melee, which we can utilize.
By the way, that pressure launch, just for standing, 3 people were grinding together to hit that launch. It took a combined, 4, and it took a combined 35 hours for just one pressure launch to be hit.
I spent 7, Zombie spent 5, Hark spent 5, Club spent like 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, over the course of like 3 days.
No, I spent like 3 hours. But still, it was an obscene amount of time.
Alright.
So this is a section that I've been working on for over a year now, in an IL setting at least, to refine basically and optimize this section. This is one of my
least favorite sections of Halo 4. Just the physics on the ghosts in this game are they just mess you up for no reason.
Yeah, so normally you drive through the trenches. We're gonna do something a little bit different here. We're gonna do a trick called Super Goob, where you drive across the cliffside and do all these little ghost parkours over here to try and get to a fake road, which is out of bounds normally. And by simply just driving off of the fake road at the right angle with the right inputs,
I just want to say that Clyde,
you can just land back in bounds.
Not only do you just flip really fast, but land perfectly, you don't even lose your wings from that hard of a fall.
Do you even take damage?
Did you say you did this in an IL?
Yes, I have the world.
This route is...
Yeah, let's just say, like,
Mono was the original person who made any sort of ghost out of bounds actually faster, which I was the first to hit in an IL setting. And then Quap, me, and a couple of others were optimizing that version, and then this version, and now it's IL viable to what you see here.
This is, I mean, in the manner I did it here, and at this speed, is very much impossible to get that kind of deflection. But no, the route, I was just running into walls, and it worked out, you know. And now we have more time save here in the ghost section. Unfortunately,
and the
Phantom
final
out of
time for
bounds.
Forerunner is 8 minutes and 46 seconds.
There you go.
Jesus. I remember when Forerunner was a 14-minute mission.
Hey, good times, good times.
And now it's under 9.
And this is Infinity. This is actually one of the first things I did for this project. I found a lot of strats, and I refined a lot of this movement and slide jumps, since I have a trick jumping background with the trick jumping community. So I figured I would give my hand at doing this, and you know, I think the start is pretty clean. You know,
you got these slides a few times in ILs, right?
This is the kind of stuff. Whenever someone needs me to break something at the studio to test something out, they always come to me. They're like, "Hey, we're trying to see if this is broken. You mind trying it out?" I'm like, "Yeah, give me like 3 tries."
3 tries.
Alright, coming up here is definitely something pretty broken. It's gonna be...
a new path.
Yeah, this is pretty new. Alright, here we go.
Alright, so here's a pressure launch. You load in the BSP around you and you get stuck in a tree and it launches you.
Is that something you can do in IL?
You do not do that pressure launch in the IL, but
No,
you can
but
do this route in the
entire
IL.
But the entire parkouring stuff we do in full game.
Okay, alright.
Not to spoil anything, but that type of launch you're gonna see a couple more times in more levels coming up, where you just load in part of the level and it just launches you. It's you're gonna love it.
How often do you guys get stuck behind walls doing that?
Oh, all the time. We had
so normally in an IL you would be hitting that cutscene around 1:55 seconds. We hit that beginning cutscene at 1:36.
God damn.
Alright, so now the combat section. So we're gonna start out with a night launch into a spring jump into a jump off the crawler's head just to get up top real fast. That took so much time to grind.
You have 2 shots of light rifle left in you.
And it's
for sure.
It looks so beautiful. And also this combat, it's mesmerizing to watch.
So
Yes, this
there's only
section
8
is
that I
one of the
still know
big
the
fights.
health amount that you have just by watching how many times you got hit.
So there is a few enemies that we kill, but the reason why I'm trying to kill everything is because it actually is faster to keep all the Marines alive. So I really have to kill everything. But the first set of enemies don't matter at all. It's only the back set. But if I would only just to kill the back set, my Marines would die and it would make the next clear really slow. Unfortunately.
How long did it take you to do this segment?
This is the second version of it, and it took me about like 3-ish hours to do that whole uphill.
I was expecting more. Okay.
Well, it's kind of like every time I got a garlic kill, I just made a checkpoint. It's kind of like I had to do that.
Yeah, you made like 50
Crawlers are
checkpoints
so
on
hard
that
to
hill.
headshot.
Yeah, they just
This is
when going at that speed.
I mean, it tends to be the way in just like segmented runs is like, you know, you might have like those 2-second time saves that take 7 hours, and those are just a time sink. But combat is easily always the hardest to optimize because there's just so much in Halo specifically. There's so much randomness that goes into a lot of it that you try to limit as much, but it's very difficult. So it's always really impressive to see such clean combat.
Yeah, and especially with combat section, there's like a ton of variety in which you can do, and then you have to find what the fastest ways to do stuff is.
Yeah. So if you're wondering why I'm throwing nades here, it's because knights don't die to
one railgun shot. It's one,
so
like you have to throw a frag grenade in order to actually kill them.
Is that done in the IL?
Yeah. I mean, I did it. I don't know if Eggplant did it.
I don't.
I mean, it doesn't say. I mean, it saves like maybe half a second, if anything. It just kills the knights a little bit faster. But usually the guys in the turrets do their job. Usually.
So we've gotten through one of the biggest fights in Halo 4 right there.
And now we're on to another big fight.
Alright, so let's see if I can explain all this real fast. So now we got the worst fight in all of Halo and Infinity. I hate this fight so much when like grinding full game or whatever. Anyway, so you can see that I'm gonna throw that pulse nade. That's to kill the jackal over there. He actually does die. And now the Phantom's already spawned in. I didn't even get to talk about that. So we're gonna start railgunning the Phantom. We're gonna blow this baby up. So it's way faster than just waiting for the enemy off. Yeah.
Everyone thought this was not gonna work. I always knew that this was possible. I just want to say that.
Look at zombie hiding behind this box here to get his shield back.
We knew this could be like segmented viable. It's just the method we just could not figure out for a while.
It's so much damage that you have to do to a. Wow, this is insane. It's so.
Yeah, it's an insane amount of damage.
So we blew it up.
Too. Oh my god, how are you alive? Oh my god. Alright, how often did you kill it, but then you died right after?
Oh, a lot.
Mark was on VC when I was grinding for this, and you could just like, see like the pain and like, yeah. So that's
too.
I love that so much. I love it so much. It's so clean, bro. It's so clean.
That's insanely impressive. The speed you have to do that, so it doesn't. That's crazy. Yeah.
Okay. So
I don't know if it is, but I assume this is something that, like, honestly, if you did it too fast, it might break too.
So we had a little complication coming up here. On easy,
prepare yourself.
On easy, there's a pair of 2 ghosts that spawn pretty close to the beginning of the section. But as me and Zombie found out, unfortunately, that ghost doesn't spawn, so we had to come up with something a little bit different, or else we were gonna lose like 30 seconds.
Yeah, because on Ledge, it spawns a Wraith instead of 2 ghosts, and obviously hijacking a Wraith is much slower than a ghost, so we're gonna lose a lot of time. But shout out to Hark for this track coming up.
Yo!
Oh, I missed you!
Oh
Wow,
my god.
that's really good. Tank launches were something that you could do on the. We used to do it on Reclaimer and
Right
stuff
to the
like
ghost.
that.
Oh, that's so cool.
But due to the higher refresh rate on MCC and PC, tank launches, just the physics, do more checks, and you can't do stuff like that as easily. So that's really impressive. So
Yeah,
much-
that segment
much harder
took
to do
me
that on-
took me a while.
Yeah.
This is so insane. This level is like so long casually that you, as you notice, you start off with different weapons, and usually when we get to that second half of the part, it's usually determines if you're on good pace. Normally, like what you get, you should be able to get under 7 minutes on Ledge. We got 5:31 mid-level split here.
It's incredible.
Yeah, so shout out to Viper and Seclusive for the Wraithless strat lineup. This took me a while to grind for, and halfway during this fight, my audio's gonna cut out because when I was recording OBS, my audio just stopped recording for some reason. So that's why it's gonna go like blank here.
That's okay. They got our voices. To listen to.
Yeah, it comes back though. It comes back. It's just right after the.
Nice. That's
Yeah,
clean.
so that's Wraithless.
That
Gotta
was
show the
always
revert here.
Yeah, always something we tried to do was trying to do ghost strats on Legendary. It's just so hard to optimize to work with the time that you have.
It's really easy to die, and it's almost it's so awful.
And I'm assuming you guys are making Goose Run here.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoutouts to Viper. We did not think that this was actually gonna make it in the project.
This is so ridiculous. If anyone's tried this, you know just how stupid this looks. We honestly thought when Viper just showed this to us, we thought he was cheating. We thought he modified the damage
Count the
value.
missing piece. Count the
got
missing
about-
piece. Let's see.
Count the
How is he
time
alive?
he died.
What?
Got like
1,
is another
2,
thing.
3.
Oh my goodness.
He's going.
wow.
How is he alive?
4.
What?
There's actually no way.
No.
This is another thing that I
He
knew.
just lived.
Oh my god.
Oh, by the way, there were like 4 EMP shots, and all of them missed.
Yeah.
I remember
Another
that.
trick.
How
I've
many
been trying to
tries?
do that in ILs for a little while. I was
So
trying to
I took-
actually figure out a goose route to make it work, and I actually go up on the higher rails because I'm like, all right, this would still save time, but that's insane.
So that was the original strat we had. So we grinded I grinded 6 hours. Viper took 12 minutes to get that.
We don't get how. We don't.
What's funny though is what took the longest was those last grunts in the elevator. I remember him reverting over and over, just hoping that one grunt would not hit any shots.
Right.
For 15
Yeah,
minutes.
I think like what I could tell happened is he had survived just long enough without getting hit by all those plasma pistols that I think he just started health recharge, and he was able to like reset his health just enough to keep him alive. So that
Yeah.
that was insane.
If you didn't see what I did, alright, I threw a crossmount sticky to kill that second generator.
Yeah, that was sick.
And
He
then
also pre-fired
These
rockets.
phantoms spawn in depending on how fast you kill those turrets.
That's such a fast second phantom spawn.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Which is why those phantoms spawn so fast.
To mention, standing in this corner also speeds up the wave fight significantly. So that's why we were staying in that little corner right there.
If you look at the third
Skips the wave, doesn't it?
Yeah, it skips a
I want to
wave.
point out that normally we stand still in the entire corner all the time, except Zombie over here kills every jackal and every grunt.
Oh,
And
the
this is
prediction
for-
missiles.
And this is for a complete reason that you'll see at the end of the level. If you kill everything fast enough, like the Phantom fast enough, when every jackal and every grunt dies, the game checks, okay, are all the smaller enemies left alive? If all of them are dead, and before those guys drop out of the Phantom, the dialogue to end the level starts sooner.
Alright, count
Do
the
we know-
fuel rods, by the way.
Yeah, here comes the
So-
fuel rod.
Here
Yeah,
comes the fuel rod.
everything is alive.
No. I can't believe you ran over there. I would have run the other side.
I had to try different things. I kept dying after I hit the button. I had to try different things to figure out where to hit the spot.
Is he safe?
He's not safe.
He's not
safe.
Zombie went back up after getting shot at just to get shot at more.
The final time for this level is 10 minutes and 55 seconds.
What?
Sub 11, dude.
Getting a sub 15 was super impressive, and getting a sub 14 now is like, okay, you're very good at this game.
Alright, so, Joker, as far as you remember, this level was pretty boring, right?
Yeah, I mean, this was always my recommendation for people who wanted to get into speedrunning, because it's the easiest one to pick up out of all the levels.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
It's just wide open, and there's a lot of space to learn how to do. There's a lot of time in between a lot of the tricks, so there's a lot of error that's allowed, kind of.
This is relative.
So me and Zombie found a couple of things on this level, including this here right at the start, this mammoth. This saves 10 seconds, by the way.
It was used back in like
in
how
the
long
olden
ago?
days.
Yeah,
2015, 16.
Never knew.
Yeah.
We never knew until like we rediscovered it. Like
just how much time it
7
actually
years
saves.
later.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, that was a whole thing where, I know, back when Corey and all of us, Aeoli and stuff, were trying to, like, optimize this level, it was a big part of, like, getting fast mammoth was, like, a big thing that you had to do, is we had all these ways of, like, you had to reset so often, because you could lose upwards of, like, 40 seconds if you messed it up. It's crazy.
We've
don't really know what causes
mammoth, and now we know, like, what causes the mammoth to stop. And what causes it to move forward.
It's due to your stupidity. If you're stupid on the mammoth, usually it's gonna go slow.
This whole beginning section is based on killing the 2 AA guns, the ones. You can see the first one right there. And you're pretty much tied to the mammoth until the guns are dead. So for this moment, we do need to keep the mammoth with us, or at least moving along with us, so that the level can
progress. Yeah, if you go too fast, you despawn the mammoth, which just means you can't even shoot the other turret. They need to exist in order to take out those turrets. Or the giant eyeballs.
Funnily enough, on the 343 website for MCC, it looks like there's some sections in there that makes it look like 343 might be interested in trying to fix the soft locks on this level, since a casual player can soft lock so easily by stepping off the mammoth.
Yeah, can you guys fix that? Thank you, smile.
The level could literally go like 85.
I'm sure if the MCC team again, I could ask Libre. He's probably, you know, he works with that team. They're always working on stuff. So they got a hot.
But yeah, so the thing is, we're on a big timer here, because if I go too fast, like Blue Sand would be soft walking, so that's why, like, I can take my time to kill his enemies. If I couldn't kill his enemies and I had to do one straight shot, oh my god, that second would be terrible. But,
Did you die to this at all?
Wow.
The Return to Battlefield?
No, it's usually, if you know when to jump, it's consistent. Like, we have a timer to go off of. So, like, unfortunately, I have to wait here a couple seconds, because if I go too fast, you know, we soft walk, unfortunately. But, now, the boring part of,
yeah, you have to wait for Phantom to spawn in before you can actually cross the load.
Eggplant, you're the only one to do this in IL, right?
I am the well, multiple people have done this in ILs on Legendary, but it's just you can just look at this and just say, "Wow, that is very stupid."
Yeah, I do the one shield method in ILs, or just full games and everything now. So,
I can't wait to grind this.
The one shield method is basically everyone does that in full game, but YOLO generators, and I think Joker was the first one that actually did that in an IL setting.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, good job.
Back when he got world records and then posted on the Naked Eli's channel.
Oh yeah.
So Zombie, do you want to talk about a section coming up where you kind of just mess around?
Oh, we mess around after. Yeah, so we're gonna kill this ship. Yeah. Do a nade jump here to get the higher, just so like I can fly in the hole better. I guess that's what she said. Right? But anyway, so you're on a timer here for a little bit, because you know that area's gonna despawn. So we're just gonna get in the raid for fun. Might as well. pick the carbine too.
Yeah, you have to wait
Kevin
for
total.
You have to wait pretty much.
big boy to despawn here.
Oh yeah, Joker. I haven't been totally truthful with you. We don't get in the raid for fun. There's a reason. So anyway,
No, it's still
probably
fun.
Pressure
my
launch
favorite
I'm about
one
to
in the
watch.
game. So here we go.
Yes.
We're about to start Reclaimer now.
Wow.
Shout outs,
crap.
shout out. I can't believe no one was gonna think about this pretty much, and my brain is usually extremely small,
Look
but
at
it
that
just
mouth.
grew huge for 1 second, and thought of
I'm
this.
sorry. How do you not soft lock here?
That's what we're saying.
Hit every trigger.
Holy
hit the trigger.
crap!
Yeah.
That bounce
Yeah,
is
you hit
insane,
every
by the
trigger.
way.
That's insane, though. You
Yeah,
didn't get
that's a hard
sniped either.
fly
Oh
jump.
my god, gross.
When grinding
We're
that
already
jump,
in the facility.
Me and
that launch is
Me and Hark were in VC. I was trying to figure out if there's any more strats for this level, and I was thinking, why don't we take the tank launch
Yep.
and do it with the Wraith?
yeah.
So then he
Infinity.
tried
And then,
it, he realized he could get a launch, and then
well-
Zombie just came out with
Well,
this
he
magic.
thought to do the Wraith launch, and then I remembered something from this old video, Look Before You Leap 3, that uses kind of the same technique. I was like, you know what, let me try it. And it worked. And there's a strat coming up here. It was revealed to me and Viper in a dream.
To the start of Infinity,
I love this bit.
like I was talking about how we're gonna
Blue
do it
elevator stick.
for the first few minutes. Yeah, so the start of Infinity, we're gonna do it again. We're gonna get ourselves stuck inside the ground and then launch to the button.
Oh, sick.
So, yeah.
God,
Too bad.
that's
It's
so.
on it.
Oh.
And you have to wait for it. You have to wait for the button to
It's
show up.
punishing
That's
us
how
for
you
going
know you're
fast.
fast.
Yeah, it's punishing enough to go fast.
This is the best level. This is the best level.
This level's so cool.
This level's pretty aight.
Yeah, it's
Apparently, Halley Cake
Surely
had a blue elevator room pressure launch.
yeah,
Like
surely that's
years
all
and years
right?
back.
Yeah.
That's apparently been lost to time. So
Yeah.
and I
Oh,
thought
it,
about
yeah. It
that
was
for a
it was
while.
a known thing. It was just like you know, you were never gonna do that. Full game run or anything because that's insane. It's way too precise and way too random to be able to do reliably.
It's one
Mark,
of,
how
this is
long
what-
did it
that,
take
that
for
was
you
one of
to-
my favorite segments in the project for sure.
I didn't even hit it.
Oh, was it you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
how long did it take
me
you?
and Zombie both worked on it for a while, though.
All these
How long?
ones just take too long. I don't know. A couple hours, couple days, couple months, you know?
4 years, 10
10
months.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did the line.
Let's go.
Okay. So yeah, this is. I forgot what it's called. It's a room. So I'm
Enemy
gonna fire.
room.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Just call this
fire.
the room after the cutscene with the library.
I'm gonna fire rockets on purpose to try to make that night disappear, just so I can set up for a really cool launch coming up. Another
Yeah,
night
you're also
launch.
trying to just kill as much as nice. Yeah, you're trying to kill as much so you can also keep full sprint speed as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also health.
hell,
we
All
got this.
right.
at all.
Health does
So, this coming up was one of my first segments for the project. I think this was like the second segment I ever did for the project. It'll just speak for itself. It's
It was in
cool.
the trailer.
Shoutouts to Sliding Ghost.
But yes, huge shout out to SG.
My boy.
Oh, good old SG. I miss
My boy,
miss
my
that
boy,
boy.
my boy.
Woo! Yeah, this is old school.
Oh, yeah,
interesting.
Yo.
Wow, that's so good.
Oh,
Oh,
It gets better. It gets better. It gets better.
that's insane to me. Wow, nice.
That-
I
Other
remember
bound-
being in VC with Hark and Zombie while this
and me.
happened. And
that was
all just
such a
collectively
good
evolved
redirect.
into cavemen when
we
saw
all
this.
became monkeys again.
We used to we theorized about doing that forever. Like that was like one of the early strats is you would flip the tank over and then you would get underneath it, flip it on top of yourself, and then you would launch straight up and onto an invisible berry and you would just float to the end. And we're
So
like, well,
Joker.
if you can direct this, you could get all the way around. And it was just like IL strat only, something that we had tried for so long. And then MCC came out and it became nearly impossible, but clearly not anymore.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Joker,
that's,
would you believe me if I said the final time for Reclaimer is 8 minutes and 53 seconds?
8:53.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, that beats
No,
the
no, no,
easy
no,
IO
no.
record by
Over a
like,
minute.
over a minute.
Yeah, that's.
On a mission where you have to go slow, so you don't
Yeah.
suffer.
I think my whole
I
like.
optimized blinds and stuff for that IL to try and get it optimized, and
So-
it's just all these launches just we save over a minute.
So when Halo Infinite came out, there was a strat where you could fly a pelican. That has since been patched because 343 doesn't like fun. But in Halo Infinite, there's a strat where you can fly the pelican diagonally, and I came up with the idea to try to port that back to Halo 4, and it worked. So
Yeah,
this
so this-
flying right here is over 20 seconds faster than flying in a straight line.
Yeah,
The weird thing is about flying this, it's controller only. You can only do this on a controller.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just
I was just
impossible.
about to
on mouse and
say,
keyboard.
like, I assume this is mouse and keyboard because, like, I know Halo Reach and stuff does mouse and keyboard because it's just like the way that the movement is. It seems to add together diagonally that you can't do on a controller. So, but wow, that nuts.
And we're done. Alright, and then
no idea how that works.
yeah, it's like your thumbstick has
it's
to be like
based off circular dead zones or something like that. It's very weird.
Alright, and then
Nerdy
shout out
shit.
to my boy SG again for this launch coming up. That
Zombie won't
It's
ever
now
shut
a
up
staple
about.
in ILs, but it's so clean here.
Shout out to SG, one of my favorite launches in the game.
This used to be the Jonder level.
Yeah, it used to be.
Yeah.
And
we tried so long again. This was OG Halo's 4 speedrunning. We tried so long trying to get that. Well, we first off had to do the launch very differently, and then we slowly workshopped away, and I was the one that came up with the way to do it so that you didn't have to like go the whole out of bounds and despawn the invisible ceiling and go straight across. And that was it was a whole thing, and then then it became okay, now you need the launch that gets you directly into the lift. So crazy.
Yep.
Still no
This
way.
is
This is the only one that we were like, man, if there was a way to get out of bounds early, get out of this room early somehow.
so
You can
we found a
on
way-
co-op.
Yeah, we found a way in co-op. With
Zombie, you're so immature, dude.
Oh, this is PHL. I did promise PHL I'd go do that. Every time I got a shutdown record, he would like, "Why didn't you draw boobs on the wall?" I'm like, "I'm sorry."
HL
I'll
the
do it next
goat.
time." Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll do it next time. But yeah, that
Man.
that's
Better to make a promise here than any.
But yeah, it is
Yeah,
possible to slip out of the glass in co-op, which is actually a funny spawn priority way to do it, and it saves a couple of seconds. We're still
This is
learning how
a
to
level
do
that
it. Yeah.
The final
Pretty
time
much
for
is enough.
shutdown is 3 minutes and 25 seconds.
Yeah, like I was saying, this is a level that's been very much optimized on the IL,
What?
so there's not that much of
We
a...
were scrapping from seconds at 4:16. Now it's a
Yeah.
full minute faster. That's insane. That's no. I don't believe it.
Much of that,
We tried, man. We tried.
Yeah, it's
much
like
of that
you
is
have-
from the diagonal.
Yeah.
Much of that's from the diagonal, but now like the SG's God launch is now like an IL staple. That if you want a good time, you have to do it to get on like top 10 on
Zombie
the
being
leaderboard.
toxic.
Okay, Zombie, I didn't quite believe the speed you got here, so...
Shout out to Bad
Oh,
Monsters for this
yeah,
launch.
yeah.
Yeah, shout out
This
to Bad
one.
Monsters for this
Yeah,
launch.
good stuff.
Oh, that speed is so insane.
I felt
Bad
something.
Monsters, the legend.
And I'm gonna try to explain this clear for a little bit. On Legendary Hunters have more health, obviously. So what I gotta do is kind of do the easy route. So what you're gonna see me do is I'm gonna damage this hunter enough, but not finish him off. The Marines will finish him off. If you look
No,
you'll see
relying on
this-
AI? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that took so long to grind, dude. It
Feels like
was,
clutched.
It's clean though. It's very clean.
It's clean. Yeah.
yeah.
Door controls.
Coming up, there's a strat that we found, only because of the fact that 343 recently added the acrophobia skull to the game, and with acrophobia it lets you fly around, and we just decided to fuck around, just started looking for trigger volumes out in the middle of nowhere, and well, Zombie,
So let's if you blink, I can't stress this enough. If you blink, you're gonna miss this launch. This whole launch that we do itself, like not gonna say where it puts you, but the whole launch itself is, I think, 30 frames long, so it's less than a second. You don't blink, you're gonna miss it. The first things first, we're gonna thrust her into this corner at a specific time to spawn this next area in faster, about 3 seconds faster.
It overlaps the dialogue and thinks the second dialogue.
Alright, don't blink.
The main dialogue.
Yeah, just do not blink. And we're in second airlock.
Wow!
What?
Oh my
So
God!
good.
No!
It's so good. It's
Grenade
so
for a
good.
jump. Grenade
Well, and
for
that's why you guys. I mean, this is something that once again, having it on PC and stuff or whatever, it helps a lot. Is you have the coordinates that you can pull up. You know, able to get into some of that debug info that really helps out with. Oh, that was sick. That was cool.
That actually saves time if you. The yellow room trigger is in the middle of the room that spawns in the elites. If you weave past that and hit the button from out of bounds, you teleport back in, and you don't have to wait for dialogue to then press the button.
You push the button, and you don't have to kill the elites till after. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Hark.
Yeah, shout out to Hark.
Which I'm the only person to actually hit this. Well, I'm not the only person to hit this in IL. But
You guys just skipped all of first airlock. That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that launch saves like 35 seconds.
it's my favorite segment in the entire project.
Oh my goodness, that was so clean. Oh.
Alright, Eggplant, here you go.
And here's the one segment I did for this project, and oh my god, is this part of the level an absolute nightmare to segment.
You were always really clean at this fight though, so I'm no surprised that you were able to clean this up.
Just the quota for how this works is you need 2 or more enemies left alive, and then you need to not get shot at while your shields are recharging. So basically the game has to deem you safe. But then this wave skip has been sort of a meme in the community, where it's like it got found randomly by me in 2020, at least being hit on solo, and it's now used in ILs. But this version is so much faster and so much more random and hard, and so much random and so much more difficult. Because everything has to be dead, and you have to overlap a loading trigger and a checkpoint done at the exact same time. So the game gets confused as all shit, and then it's just like, okay, everything's dead on the map. We're gonna spawn the Banshees early.
Yeah.
And this 2-for-1 shot is just...
Ooh. So there's a little consequence to what we did earlier with that pressure launch. I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to see it in this version, but essentially, there's a door missing somewhere. It's peak, and it's all because...
Like, the ending loads don't even work properly. Like, the right side of the door, the loading trigger is just gone. So we have to have a pretty weird workaround in order to actually solve that problem.
So if you're wondering, we're on a timer now, by the way. So it's not like I'm just losing time. We're on a timer. Until I get a Banshee.
We get a
You are
Banshee.
almost
I don't
dead.
for the door at all.
Yeah.
I don't think I do.
There's a door right... Yeah, it's the Oni door.
And that door there is just void space.
You are so
Living
close to being
through
dead.
this is just, as you can imagine, just rough.
Yeah, it was a bit rough.
On this episode of How the Actual Hell Is He Alive?
First it's Viper's Infinity segment, now it's this segment.
It's like this whole run.
These are the
whole
tricks I
run.
always loved. I love this one because it's like a 3-second time save. It doesn't do much, and it's so risky to try and get that Banshee a lot of times. So I love it.
Joker, my ledge IL of this, I grinded so hard to get like wave skip in a run where I don't die, have near perfect fight, and then grab that Banshee at the end, which I finally was able to do, but it took me like a straight month.
It's insane. Well done.
The final time for this, by the way.
Yeah.
The final time for this, the IL record for Legendary is an 8:35, the IL record for Easy is 8:04, and Legendary segmented, the final time is 7:33.
Oh my god.
Hey, boys.
I don't think I've watched the recent Midnight. I don't think it's any different. I don't think it's any different, but
a bit. Yeah, so thoughts so far, Joker, in the project? Since we're on the
It's
elevator for a
insane.
little more?
I mean,
Yes,
again, I'm just thinking is like, I think my average for this mission was like 11 minutes. So like for you to be like 8 or 7:30 is nuts. Right now.
Top time.
I've been out of the loop for too long. This is what happens.
We
Top
tried.
runners hit like 930s now on Legendary, and for me now with all these little optimizations that I've now put in, my average is around like 855 or below on Legendary.
What's your full game gold, Eggplant?
My full game gold's an 848.
That is insane.
Well,
Incredible.
It's like I've been saying for the last year or so, pressure launches are the future of Halo 4.
Yes.
Pressure launches are the future of this game when it comes to breaking it even further.
Alright, and now it's time for Midnight.
Viper was the one who did the starting section for this. Unfortunately, he isn't here for commentary.
He had some IRL issues to get ahead of, too, so... He won't join us for commentary, but he'll probably be in the chat when we stream this, so...
Anyway. Yeah, this is one of those areas that this is one of the older tricks that have been known. There's a lot of it, so like good to see some of the original strats still being, but like the optimization for this is insane. I still don't know how to do this optimally, but I'm gonna learn today. It looks like.
Yeah.
That's what happens, you know. We just get too big for our britches. We go work for 3 for 3, and then I don't know how to play Halo anymore. So it's part of the requirements. You have to be bad at Halo all of a sudden.
I also want to point out for Midnight Legendary in full game runs, you and me, Joker, can attest to this, that this level in full game it's hell.
How many?
It's been on my timer since forever. It's just the literal name of this is hell.
How many 114s have you lost to this Eggplant?
Oh my god.
About 7.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I've
god,
seen it live.
no way!
Dude, I've seen it live. This is how all full games die.
Yeah,
It really is.
The worst level.
I still think, and I will claim that I still think I have the worst run loss, any full game world record run loss of anyone in Halo 4 still. On this level, I had the final area. It would have been the first sub 135, I want to say 134 maybe. It was the first one, and it was huge. Like it was like I was like ahead by 2 minutes or something. It was insane. I had killed every single knight at the very end, and then the final knight dropped a nade that killed me right at the end. So every single enemy had died in the game. I literally didn't have to do anything else, and it set me back 2 towers.
So all those flying sections here, we have to hit loads from out of bounds, and now this route here is very much different from what you would normally expect people to be doing in runs.
Yeah, so yeah, this is very like a segmented tier route. Like he hit that checkpoint so far away from where you normally hit the checkpoint. I'm surprised he actually got the hit. But yeah, this is
one of those areas where it looks, if you compare it to a normal full game, it looks relatively similar, but like the amount of time save is quite significant on something like this, because it's just so clean and perfect.
Like a good flying split, for instance, when Joker ran was like sub 3. That flying split's a 249.
Jeez.
Joker, what's your thought that full game record is a 116 right now? That can be a 114.
Why isn't it 1 of 14 already?
Exactly.
this level.
Midnight, dude. Midnight. Even on very easy, Midnight just sucks, dude.
It's a bad level.
This was I apologize. This was my fault that y'all have to do this in ILs a lot. There's a way now to make this a little safer, but it used to be like we used to have a way to kill every enemy in the section to make it safe to go through, and it was the only way I could ever actually get records, because I'm not good, is I just banked on complete luck. So I just started doing midnight runs where I just ran for it and just prayed that I would make it through, and I just did that enough that now everyone has to do it. And
Thankfully in recent years we routed more consistent midnight tricks. For example, you can rush through that like you do, except it's more consistent because we kill a watcher then grab its hard light shield.
Right.
One thing you'll notice too is that we use frag grenades, and if you know, play Ever Midnight, using frag grenades at the start is a big no-no, and you'll see why. Well,
yeah, you used one. I noticed that.
But yeah, you'll see what we
used one for a coil boost and those 2 pulse grenades.
Kill the crow.
Instant coil.
I didn't mention it. The coil boost was sick.
Yeah. Shout out to Viper for that. Believe it or not, this part's on a timer, so it doesn't really matter how fast we go. Does not matter how fast you get into Armory. So for your future H4 runners, yeah, for your future H4 runners, as long as you beat the Cortana dialogue, you're done. So doesn't really matter how fast you go. Shout out to Viper for this. He really wanted to do this. So
yes, yes.
Box launch up in the air, cross not a sentinel. Yeah. Cool.
It's
At least doing something
so
entertaining in this room.
reason, and I really like it.
It's such a Viper thing to do too.
me and Naked Eli and a lot of people, Nibre and SG and everyone, we spent so long testing the box launches on this mission, just trying to find what we could and couldn't break trigger wise. Once we got the scripts, I still. You guys, do you guys skip the 3 towers?
Where are you?
At all? It's gotta. You gotta do them.
You need to hit a pulse grenade here to where you can actually get this hammer killed.
Yeah. I'll wait for it, but like that's the one thing that's still like I feel you can hit the trigger, but I think we found out you need to hit at least you have to hit the trigger on the 2nd tower before it lets you do it. So.
Like we've tested with Acro and everything. Like the Acro was a big like testing part of the thing to see what was possible.
Acro and then the recent release of mod tools for this game. It's really helped us
a lot
in terms of optimizing the game.
Thank you, Hark, for running the meme category and going through mod tools.
Yep.
Yeah, so Acro's like
all of the I actually met a bunch of the mod guys at both PAX and HCS worlds, and they're all amazing, all incredibly talented and super amazing people who do way too much work for free, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure.
And it's just for out of pure love of the game. I mean, like you guys do for speedrunning and everything, right? So it's insane. It's just really cool to see the passion for it.
That mini box launch is just where you can actually instantly pull out Cortana from the pedestal. And
Did
now
we ever figure out the
one
teleport?
box launch at the time.
Wow, and you use your other frag grenade?
Oh,
yeah, I'm
that's
sorry,
so much
man.
speed.
You're gonna use plasma nades for jumps, I'm guessing?
Nope. I use them for night.
You'll see.
Okay, alright.
By the way, while you're holding the...
Now
While
we're
you're
on
holding
to, in my opinion, one of the coolest parts of the entire run, and especially one of the most nerve-wracking part of the run on pace.
Everyone
Of this level or the full game?
Into,
In full game.
Had anyone looked into button teleports yet? At all? It's the super long, I don't think any of you would remember. It was something that happened in one of my runs a long time ago. And we had a video of it, and then it got corrupted, so we don't have
a video of it.
Do
it
you?
happened to me. It happened to me when I was helping people get achievements of all sides, right? And it seems it doesn't save time over that box launch because you're still waiting for the button. But it does instantly teleport you, and we don't understand why it happens.
Okay.
Viper wanted to do a box launch here, but it doesn't save time.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's why it's like button teleports. I think would change. If find a way to do it reliably, it would change how this game functions. If you could start leaving buttons on like Forerunner and stuff like that.
Oh my goodness, just teleporting up to them, it'd be dope.
I gotta see that because I don't know what that is. I'm too zoomer.
I'll send it to you.
Now it's time for the towers, which is I did. I hit every slide jump imaginable. I hit.
Oh my god, Zombie, you're using the cover. Let's go.
So we hit everyone's jump fantasy that they had imagined for years. It took a while to hit. So
Yeah.
That jump is so much harder than it looks as well.
Yeah.
So hard, yeah.
Oh, and you have no health.
Now we chilling.
So the carbine has a very fast fire rate, and you can headshot crawlers.
Yeah, the reason why we have the carbine for.
And it has the most ammo
Yeah, that's
to fire ratio, which is why we take it.
What do you take in full game?
We take instant
rifle?
cannon and light rifle.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah. Another slide jump coming.
Oh, that's so. The amount of times I've tried to do that jump and just fell off.
Alright, and
It's
then
very easy to do that.
Bring jumping
You
coming?
have to define it in a very weird way. in order to actually gain momentum there. That nice spring jump over there.
There was a strat that Viper tried testing. There's like these little things that you can like shoot and they explode and boost you. I'm not sure what it's called.
Grenades. I'm sorry.
No, it's not grenades. It's like a little like pole thing or whatever.
The antennas?
Yeah.
Me and Hark have tried antenna launching in co-op to find use cases for it. We couldn't really find any.
Boom.
I didn't like any of those backsmacks. That's not okay.
I'm sorry. I try to make them as sketchy as possible for you.
We know how you like it.
Yeah.
That's amazing. The amount of front backs that knights have.
Visual glitch.
Got a visual glitch. Chop before. Alright. So, now probably the funniest trick of all time is coming up. It wouldn't be Halo 4 without an ninja trick, would it? So,
you can blame me.
With a cool trick.
Another visual.
With a cool trick.
So, something about the
best of the visuals here. It's great.
something about something with the Ultra Knights, which are the bright yellow knights, whatever. When they do their launch attack, it's like twice the normal. Like
they fart.
Yeah, pretty much. Like these yellow, you'll see him like that bright yellow guy. The launch attack. So anyway, I'm gonna get on his head, and he's gonna launch me upwards onto the light bridge that's already loaded in.
Yo! Yeah, that's so sick.
Trigger's already there.
I want to talk about the consequences of doing that, because the light bridge never spawns. You do this entire thing without the light bridge appearing.
Yeah,
so you're just crawling off and void things.
That's awesome. Yeah, I remember looking.
So Master Chief right now, he believes.
Yeah, the trigger was there, and that's why I was like, thought of trying to hit a box launch to get up there. But yeah, that works.
So here's the actual reason why Didact, dies here, right? It's not because of this. It's because he didn't believe that there was a floor anymore. So that's what happened.
You also did press RT to fire machine gun.
Yeah, the infamous glitch.
I know they fixed
one
it now,
full
but...
game run before.
Wait, you've lost a full game run to that?
I've heard it's messed up a lot of people, even non-speedrunners. I had a buddy who failed it like 8 times in a row because he just didn't understand it.
Yeah, I think this took me like 10 tries in my first Halo 4 playthrough.
Really?
I was blind, man. I thought it was like a 480p TV. I couldn't
Alright, what's the final time for that mission?
A few.
Okay, the final time for midnight is 11:33.
Wow.
So
And the final time of the project
gonna be 59:46.
Subboard, let's go!
59 you can again, what that means is arguably if a human played super perfectly with all the right RNG, they could get Halo 4 Legendary under an hour.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. I think we can take this time. We can take this time for the credits to where we can shout out people.
Yes.
Helped with the run for this game. Helped with the segments for this game.
Alright,
and
I'll go through
just in general, helped people, helped us, and helped this game as grow.
Please, well, you just make sure shout out everyone here because look, I'm guest here, but like you guys have done so much work. Coming as just the old dude now, who I guess I ran Halo 4 at one point. Like, amazing to see people who I used to see in my chat from way back when, working on these kind of projects, and just you guys have done so much work and you deserve so much credit. So yeah, please get all the credit because you deserve all of it.
I'm just gonna give quick shout outs and then anyone can one up me if I miss anyone. But quick shout outs to Mourie, Danos, Cordiaxiz, FallenUltima, SleeplessBlue, and Caboose. They all were in this server that we're in, and they all helped so much usually for like just finding strats and everything.
And for runners of this game, I want to shout out Bless Revenge, ProAceJOKER, Bad Monsters, Corey123, and there's just Hobo as well. There's just a lot of people we can mention that either helped with route ideas, helped the game grow and to make it faster for single segment, and just in general
It was really good run. 4 years in the making. This took.
I would like to shout out NoWise10 for finding that hole on Dawn that we used. So.
Oh yeah,
I want to shout out. We need to shout out the old trickers in the community because they really helped us, even indirectly, by just having these old videos documenting stuff.
I'm going to Halo runs, and if you've ever ran Halo 4, you're gonna shout out. So.
There's a lot of people in that. You don't want to shout everyone out. It's a whole lot, but look, I mean, there's been a long history, and is there a place that people can go to see speedruns like this? Nature? What about other Halo speedruns?
Okay, if you want there's a main place for Halo speedruns. There's this neat website. You might have heard of it called HaloRuns.com.
Did someone say HaloRuns.com?
Someone actually say HaloRuns.com.
Whoa!
Yeah, someone actually did say HaloRuns.com. It showcases every game, every main FPS game. So like up to CE and up to Infinite, all the full game records, all the ILs, although an entire leaderboard. There's an entire community here as well, just pushing this game, pushing every game to its absolute limits.
And if you like segmented like this, if you join the Discord right now, you can go to the links channel and find every segmented run that ever exists in every game. From CE being Halo 2, ODST, Halo 5, like every game pretty much has a segmented. It's amazing.
Yeah, with this project finally being done, every game finally now has a segmented project that's worth being shown.
Minus Infinite for Infinite. Kind of new. Yeah, that's kind of new. But
except Infinite, but
we started this project before Infinite. So
we started the project before Infinite.
Yeah, we came first.
4 years in the making.
There'll be an Infinite done segmented eventually.
Oh yeah,
they always get done. I mean, again, this is always segmented. Halo 4 was always this pipe dream that was like, yeah, it'd be really cool to do this. There was a lot of barriers for something like that to be ideal, and glad that there was a window of time where we now can. So it's amazing, and congratulations to all of you for putting as much work and just style into this. So you guys work so hard at this. This is insane.
At ease, Chief.
Yeah, watching your old runs, me and Zombie, we were inspired to pick up the game ourselves. And both of us can attest to this. We did not think something of this level of this game could even remotely be possible.
Neither did I. Sub 1 hour? Are you kidding me? No.
Me either. I think our original goal when we started this 4 years ago was like a 103.
Not 103. I think the goal was like 108, 107.
Was it? Oh, well, yeah, that's back. Yeah, but we tried to push this game to the limits. I mean, a big shout out to Hark too, because when Hark joined this project, he found so many strats that
he is just such. Yeah. He's so goated. He just breaks every single game he touches.
I want to mention on the Requiem, the bench out of bounds at the end. I remember showing Hark how to do it, the inbound strat where you fly around in the hole, and is like, what, you can't just go out of bounds? I'm like, yeah, no, you can't. And then within 30 minutes he found a way to do the teleport thing out of bounds. That's such a Hark moment. He's actually crazy with playing tricks and stuff.
It's like, you just don't tell him anything's impossible, he'll just prove you wrong in an hour.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. All the pressure launches he's found, on Forerunner.
And if it's not an hour, he'll just find it eventually.
True.
Look, I love you guys. Shout out everyone for community, everyone who's worked. There's so many amazing, talented players in the Halo Runs community, both runners and just trick finders, everything. And you guys have done incredible. Both forgotten and active players. Just so much work has been done for all of the games. It's incredible. But thank you guys for you guys are the current active and the living, breathing legacy of what Halo Runs is now, and you guys are working so hard at doing a great job of keeping it alive. So, thank you guys for just keeping Halo Runs alive, and make sure. I want to hear if people want to watch each of you guys directly. Please give them do your Twitch links and stuff. Do it. I know people hate it. I know it's cringy. I've always hated it, but you should do it. So do it.
Our Twitch links will be in the description, but if you want to follow us on Twitch, on twitch.tv/zombie343_.
I'm gonna spam mine in the chat.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Yeah, I'll just spam my hate in the chat too.
No, don't leave me out. Don't leave me out, guys. I feel embarrassed.
Twitch.tv/HarkTishark.
Yeah. Watch Hart. He's the one who broke the game to the point where sub 1 was finally a reality. And he's after this is done, he's gonna do some easy full game runs to get a 107.
I will try. We'll see. Midnight is a bad level.
You're going to get that. There's no doubt you're not. There's no doubt you're not getting it.
And if you want to watch some legendary runs, the twitch.tv/eggplanthr.
I'm gonna start running Ledge 2 soon.
What's your Twitch? Quick, we got like a minute.
A minute left.
Kid, what's your Twitch, kid?
Triple HR.
Go.
Exclusive, what's yours?
It's exclusive _
Go.
Quap, what's yours?
EUP01.
Joker.
Oh, you don't need me. I'm just ProAceJOKER everywhere. I work at 3 for 3 now, so you don't care about me, seriously. You guys are the lifeblood of this. Thank you guys for inviting me. This is an incredible project. You guys have done amazing. I wish that I was there to touch all your chest plates. So thank you guys.
Thanks for watching.
Having me be a part of this. This is an amazing culmination of the work of so many people. So congratulations.
Thank you for everyone who watched. Thank you for
everyone who gave us your time to watch this project. It means a lot to us.
Go HR.
Everyone here works so hard.
Hope everyone has a great rest of your day. And we're out.
And we are hopeless to stop it.